morning students. In this video I am going to explain about in operating system what do you mean by process, thread and operating system concept in OS. First we see the definition of process. Process means a program in execution, we call it as a process. A process contains process control blocks. What do you mean by this block? It contains details of every processes. For example, process ID, its priority, like details related to a process is stored in process control block. Okay, you clear now? Process means it is any program which is in execution, that is called as a process. A process can create other processor, also known as child processor. Next, thread. We can split a process into several small parts called a thread. Thread is a segment of a process, that is, it is a small piece in a process. We can divide a process into several threads. So a process can have multiple threads. Okay, and then thread or process can be in any state. It may be a running state or ready state or block state. So there are several states are there for a thread or a process. Why we are splitting a process into thread? If we want to execute several programs in parallel, okay, simply we are executing a one single process, it will take long time. So thread means at the same time parallel we can do many processes and we can finish our work very earlier also. So Java and all we are using this thread concept. That means a process is divided into small units called threads, and at the same time we can execute several threads in parallel and we complete our work in earlier also. Okay, and thread is a small piece of a program, so we can finish it in earlier compared to processes. So now we see the difference between process and thread. First one, it means a program in execution, it's called as a process, and thread means it is segment or piece of a process. It takes more time because it is a big task, so it will take more time to terminate, but it will take less time because it is a very small unit of a process. And for creation also process takes more time, but thread takes very less time. And to switch from one bus to another, that is context switching, also it will take more time and thread takes less time. Process is less efficient in terms of communication. It will to finish a work also it will take more time. So in communication it is less efficient, but thread is more efficient in terms of communication. Next, it will consume more resources, whereas thread consume only less resources. It is an isolated one, but thread shares memory. Next, it is called a heavyweight process. Thread is a lightweight process. Next, if there is, for example, if a process is executing, if one server process is blocked, then other cannot execute until the first process is unblocked. Here, thread in the same task could run while one server is blocked. Even one server thread is blocked also, others can execute. Process has its own process block, control block, everything. A process means it contains process control block and everything. But what thread has means it has a parent's control block as well as its own control block and stack and common address space. Next, object-oriented concept, how we are using in operating system. Here we are comparing old operating system, that is in memory, how we are storing the operating system programs in olden days, and now how we are using, how the programs are stored, that we are going to see here. In general, operating system nucleus is called as a kernel. It is a part of the operating system. All the time it is stored in memory. All the time it is resides in memory, and then it performs all the essential works of the operating system. and it is protected by hardware from users. So beginning stages, how the operating system is stored in memory, and recently how they are stored. See here, this is a picture given in your textbook. In the early operating systems, all the what are the essential works of operating system: memory management, file management, network management, device management. So many services we saw in the previous videos. That all the managers, that means modules, that means software programs, that system softwares are all stored in that main memory in the early stages. All these modules, all these are together and stored in this main memory, and then remaining space is allocated for other applications, that is early stages. That's only given here. The olden operating system stored all the required elements of the operating system in memory. What are the software's memory allocation, process scheduling, device allocation, file management? What are the services needed that are related to all the softwares are all stored in memory in the olden days. So if you are storing like this, it is a very bulky one. Whether we need or not, everything is stored in memory. And it's a time consuming one for the programmers also. If they want to alter, if they want to modify anything, that everything is very hard for the programmer. Everything is stored in that memory management. It occupies space also. So that's a small modification in the next generations. Recently what they did is, the part of the operating system that resides in memory has been limited to a few essential functions. That is, not storing all that manages in that memory. Which are needed, that we will call from that module only called to memory, and we use it. Okay, no need to store all the things into that memory. What are the file management means? If it is needed, then we will call that module into memory. Otherwise, no need. So it will reduce the work and saves the memory space also. That's only given here. The part of the operating system that resides in memory has been limited. Okay. For example, memory allocation, process allocation. Like important things only stored. Others and all, device allocation and other modules are treated as a regular applications. If they needed only, they will be brought into memory. Okay. Few essential functions, important functions such as process scheduling, memory allocations. This important limiters only stored in that memory. Other all considered as an application. Okay. For example, device allocation, other remaining all considered as application. If they are needed only, they are brought into memory. So why we are doing like this? One thing is memory space. We are saving. And modifying everything is easy. What is the concept? Where we are using OOPS concept here? These are all created as individual modules, like a class, file management, device management, networking module. Everything is considered as a they are created like a OOPS concept. If you want to do any changes, the programmer can do easily wherever they need. Okay, they will reduce the bulky work. Okay, next. Objects are, what's the concept of OOPS? Objects are self-contained modules, that provide models of real world. So how object means, it defines a real world model, and it can be reused in other application also. So that even operating system itself, they are divided to several modules. Here we are using OOPS concept because it's related to the real world, and it is reused in some other applications also. And it is easy for the programmers to do changes in that operating system without affecting the other modules. Okay, we'll see the recap. Beginning, we saw that what we mean by process and thread. Process means it's a program in execution. Thread is a small part of the program. Why we are splitting the program into several threads means we can do so many works. If we split the process into threads, we can execute in parallel. At the same time, we can do many tasks, and we finish our work earlier. And then we saw the OOPS concept. In that, in the early stages, what happened is all the memory manager, file manager, all the modules are stored in that main memory, and then remaining space are allocated into other applications. This will, it's a very bulky, that is more spaces are allocated to the system softwares. So that what gets reduced in this new type of operating system. Here only process manager, memory managers are stored here. Remaining are considered as modules. Whenever needed, they are called and stored in that memory. This will increase the space also and easy for the programmer to handle the module without affecting other modules, and we get more space for other applications also. Okay, thank you students.